Stewart and Thomas will be back deep for the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. Glad to have you along here at Princeton, Tigersports.com. Chase Gum has them all teed up on the 40-yard line, and we are ready for Tiger time in Princeton under the Friday night lights.
Hey, it's finally time. True Friday night football game here at Hunnicutt Stadium. Man, we're ready to go.
Ready for our first boom baby of the evening. They'll angle it toward the sideline to Thomas. He'll allow the ball to take a hop out of bounds. Great field position here to start the game for the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. Coming up at halftime, we'll be joined by Taste of Hollywood. Kevin Sizemore, who's in town this weekend, will join us coming up at the halftime break. We'll catch up with him.
Man, that's awesome. A celebrity like Kevin Sizemore, who really does a good job of giving back to his community. Man, that's awesome what Kevin Sizemore has been able to do in Hollywood.
Talking about Lowe and Malser not being here tonight, those two have combined for over 1,600 yards of offense, 25 touchdowns from scrimmage this season. That's 989 yards through the year, 620 on the ground. Those two guys have done a whole lot of damage this season defensively, as we mentioned, second and third on the team for total tackles. This Tiger team playing for those two dudes this evening. Here comes Gage Price, sophomore quarterback under center, and it's a little end around, and Bryce Ford gets taken down. A minimal gain of 3 yards on the play. Tigers quickly surround Ford.
Garrett Mays right there on the stop, coming from his corner position and filled the gap, and that was an incredible textbook tackle. It came in with the pad level low, wrapped up. Bryce Ford did not go anywhere. Good job by Garrett Mays.
Tigers chasing, again holding to a minimal gain of 2.5 yards on the play, quickly surrounded by black jerseys. Caleb Kaiser leads the charge. Going to need him to have a big night tonight to get the dub.
Right, that was actually a good job right there by the defensive line. You're really holding their own, not really getting washed down inside. They were able to scrape right there to the play side, and a bunch of black jerseys were right there. So, hey, you hear the crowd right now. It's third down. It's the money down right now.
Opportunity to get off to a quick start here on third down. Call it third down and 4. Rice flips it over. Woodrow with the first down, racing toward midfield is Connor Ray, another senior on this squad. A lot of seniors here lined up for the Flying Eagles.
That definitely helps you to have a successful team, especially when you're number 6 in Quad A and you're able to have all that experience. And right there, we just saw the tight end right there, Landon Jones, made a good block, washed down our guy, opened up that hole, and that created a Woodrow first down.
Tigers load the box up here, 1st and 10. Ball rests right there at midfield, and movement up front. This will come back 5 yards on behalf of Woodrow Wilson.
And I think the side judge on Beckley's side is signaling offsides on Princeton.
Here comes the official call. All right, it's going to go against the Tigers. I thought for sure there was movement up front there on the far side. You saw it better than I did.
Yeah, well, I mean, the officials saw it better than I did. I kind of agree with you, Jason. But, you know, you just got to watch those pre-snap penalties because you don't want to get them 5 free yards.
Yep. It's a handoff. They'll bring the end around once again. First down to the 30-yard line. Racing forward is Christian Stewart. Seems like most of these guys in the backfield are experienced seniors.
Yeah, that's right. And they also, especially on that backside, they brought 2 pulling linemen right there, which again is always going to be an indication they're going to take you right to the play. And our linebackers, our secondary's got to be able to see that and react to that very quick.
Figured Woodrow would maybe pull Oak Hill here and try to waste some clock. Looks like they want to spot the ball and go. Price hands it off. And there's about a 5-yard gain on the first down run. It's Connor Ray once again, racing off the right side. They love that right side. Again, the center, you've got the right guard and the right tackle. 3 together, average 296 pounds. It's a 300-pounder and a 319-pounder on the right side of the line.
That's definitely a big offensive line right there, and obviously you know why. They want to run behind those guys right there, so they definitely they washed down our defenders on the inside and opened up a big hole for their running back.
2nd and 5 for the Flying Eagles. Connor Ray has his number called once again, gets a surge through the gap. He'll go to the 21-yard line, 2 yards shy of that first down marker.
Yeah, Kalen Kaiser came from the backside, came in untouched, went flat down the line and made the stop on the ball carrier. So good tackle by Kalen. And once again, that brings up the money down right here on 3rd and 2.
And of course, Bryce Ford's the guy who brings the play in. The guy you probably expect to touch the football here on a 3rd and short situation. It's loud in Princeton tonight. Here comes 3rd and short. It's Jacob Reeves in the backfield. Ford gets it. Sprints forward, gets a shove ahead. And nicely done here by Woodrow to the 13-yard line. That's a gain of close to 10 yards on the play.
And the thing with this double-wing offense is they definitely don't bring their running backs in very deep motion. And with the line as tight as they are and the fullback really up close, this offense is really going to hit quick.
Junior Damian Thomas sprints onto the field for the Tigers. He'll be starting there tonight on the offensive line as well. He and Paul Cole both have kind of battled injuries and kind of substituted in and out for each other. Here comes 1st down and 10. Woodrow on the 14. It's Ray with the carry. Gets hit by Howard. He was down. His knee went down there around the 8-yard line. Marvion Howard came up, and I'm glad they blew the whistle. That was kind of the incident at Winfield. I hate to keep going back to that, but I must have watched that video 40 times. And Markel wraps the guy up. There's never a whistle. I turned the volume as loud as it'll go, and I never heard a whistle.
I mean, I didn't really watch that part on the live stream, like to hear a whistle, but I've seen like other cell phone footage that was at that game. I didn't really hear a whistle as well.
Ford this time will go under center. Reeves in the backfield. And it is a Woodrow sprint and a 1st down at the 1-yard line. It's MJ Staples on the carry. Another senior carrying the football. Like you said, you're going to see a number of guys out of the backfield.
Yeah, they had a large rotation of running backs that they like to use to really keep those guys as fresh as possible, and they're able to hit those holes. And you can see it's really paying off for this Beckley team.
7 players combined for 53 carries last week at Riverside, 6 touchdowns in that lopsided victory for the Flying Eagles. And off, up the middle goes Reeves. Did he get in? That's the question. Tigers stop him short of the goal line.
Hey, went with the old school wedge play right there. And that was impressive that we were able to stop that wedge right there and have them get no yards on that one.
I think I spoke too soon. I was talking about the long, drawn-out time of possession game Oak Hill plays against a very high-potent offense at Princeton. And we are almost 6 minutes into the 1st quarter here, and it's still the opening drive. Woodrow crowds the line of scrimmage. Little toss. Kalen Kaiser got him. It's the 2 bigs in the backfield. Kaiser along with R.J. Coatney. Daniel Jennings also in on the play. And that play goes nowhere.
So they overloaded that right side. They went unbalanced, and then they forgot that you got 2 studs right there on that back side. They came free, made a heck of a tackle.
R.J. Coatney, a sophomore. We've been calling his name more and more. And here comes a huge 3rd down play. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. And nowhere. Tigers disrupt the play. Bryce Ford with a full head of steam. Stopped at the 1.5-yard line by Princeton. Landon Dillon delivers a blow.
Tell you what, this defense really woke up as soon as Beckley got inside the 5-yard line. Holding to a 3 and out. And now we're going to bring up the 4th down. So this is a big-time money down right here for this Princeton defense. And this crowd is really alive.
See senior Garrett Mays there barking at his teammates. He wants to go out big like he did last year against Woodrow Wilson. Do not jump off sides here. Price under at center. They'll hand it off. He dives and lunges from the end zone. Did he get in? And Princeton stops him on the goal line.
All right!
A huge play by the Tigers. They jam up MJ Staples at the chalk, and Princeton will take over on possession.
You hear Coach Taylor say it all the time. Hey, we're dealing with some adversity. How do we respond? How do we respond? Hold them on 4th down and 1. 1st down for the Tigers.
Is there such a thing as a defensive boom baby?
I'll do it. Boom, baby. I'll make an exception to that rule, man.
All right, tonight you're going to see Marvy Howard line up. Look for Wyatt Klein. He's a big play guy. I remember Parkersburg South last year. He did a lot of damage, 5 catches for like 90 yards on the road in that game. He is capable of the deep ball. Garrett Mays also. Keep your eye on him. Barker here. Backed up in the end zone. Daniel Jennings starts in the backfield for the Tigers in place of Markell. Barker takes his shot deep. It's Marvy Howard and an overthrow there. Incomplete pass. Boy, this gunslinger has done some special things. A couple of weeks ago in Winfield, 14 of 16, 288 yards. His pass completion, 87%. Unreal.
And I tell you what I was really impressed with against Winfield was just how poised he was. He stayed in the pocket. A lot of pressure came at him, but he just stayed really calm in the pocket and made some really good throws. And again, a young man making those types of plays is really rare in high school.
I like taking a shot. This really keeps this Woodrow defense on its toes. Here comes second down and 10 as Jennings barely escapes the end zone, able to punch the ball out just about 6 inches further. Maybe got the 1.5 as Woodrow's defense collapses quickly.
Yeah, you know, when you're on your own 1-yard line, you're very limited on what we can do. And I was kind of surprised how we just took a deep shot right there on first down. You know, normally what we just ran right there on second down just goes straight inside. That's what I usually would call in a situation like that. But now, like I said, like Coach Belcher really thought, like, you know, we could get a good shot right there. Didn't have it. But anyway, let's bring up third down.
Yep, we'll call it third down and 8 for the Tigers. Shockley puts in the hands of Barker. Barker in the paint. Now starts to sprint out. Throws forward. That pass is caught. It's a Tiger first down. Guess who it is? The beast, Caleb Kaiser, out of the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 17 and a Tiger first down.
Just what I said. Chance stayed very calm right there in the pocket, especially in your own end zone, and was able to fit a nice ball to Caleb Kaiser, who you normally don't see on offense, but is filling in tonight because of the guys that we've got out. And that was a nice ball right there by Chance, getting it right there to the beast.
That's what I love about this team, man. Next man up. These guys love each other. Man, you can tell just by being around them. That's a true sign of a championship team. Guys who hang out, support each other, they play for each other. And I know those two guys are at home tonight cheering this group on. Here comes first and 10. Barker out of the gun. Klein in motion. Snap is back. Jennings ducks his head. Bounces to the outside. Tries to cut it back in. They hem him up. Boy, not a lot of space there. Woodrow quick to rally to the football, and it's a loss of around 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, we just did not have any shot right there of getting anything on that. Just try to go with like an outside zone action. But Beckley, if you see, they play their defensive ends out very wide to try to take away any type of outside run right there. So that was just excellent defense right there by Beckley.
Jake Belcher sprints into the game. We'll check in for the Tiger offense. Second down at 15. Oh.
Maybe like an equipment malfunction.
Yeah. I think he didn't have his mouthpiece in, maybe. They've really been trying to crack down on this this season. So that'll bring Caleb Kaiser out. That's Garrett Mays, who sprints off the field long enough to put his mouthpiece in and go back.
Yeah, usually just a one-play thing, you know, just simple things. Just get your equipment right so you don't have to come out for a play.
Marvy Howard lined up to the near side. Far side's Kaiser. Klein in the slot. And you've got Jake Belcher out wide to the right. Watch for the surge off the right side there with Landon Moore, right tackle, and right guard Jimmy Bolin. Barker on an option play. He finds Jennings. Jennings with a stiff arm down the sideline. Tripped up. And that may be a touchdown-saving tackle at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, we just go with our simple little speed option that we've seen a lot of this season. I thought Beckley did a pretty good job flying to the football, but also with you got to think you're going up against a Penn State commit as a junior with that speed, with his size, and he was able to get back inside the 10-yard mark of the chains.
It's a huge play right here, really for field position. Third down and 7. Princeton trying to move the football on its opening drive of the evening. Barker sprints outside of the pocket. He gets wrapped up, And down he goes, takes a sack back at the 13-yard line. That's something you don't see often. He manages the pocket so well. But credit Woodrow Wilson. They brought the heat. They got him.
Yeah, just brought some pressure on the outside, and we really just didn't have any protection coming from that far out right there. So, as expected in this situation, you're going to bring on the punt unit.
A.J. Thomas and M.J. Staples back deep for the Flying Eagles. Jace Gum, the junior, will stand in the end zone and boot this ball away. Nice evening for high school football as the sun is near setting behind the mountains. Low snap. Gum gets it away. Decent kick. Will take a Tiger bounce there and roll towards midfield. We have a flag on the play here on the near side as Landon Dillon got mixed up there with Preston Clary.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what this is going to be. I don't know if it's maybe a holding on Beckley or whatnot, but hopefully this knocks Beckley back a few more yards. But kind of what you saw in that last drive, expect Beckley to bring out the double wing offense again. They're just going to go run right at you. Again, very quick hitting offense. So expect them to go right behind that right side of the line a good bit and mix up some misdirection. So be ready for that on defense.
All right, this is going to be against Woodrow Wilson. And here comes the official call. I suspect this is probably going to be a hold or a personal foul. Yep, it's hold. All right, so that's a huge bonus here for the Tiger squad. That'll pull the ball back to the Flying Eagles 38-yard line.
And I know they ran right down the field on us, but, luckily we were able to get that fourth down stop. So hopefully, that was the wake-up call right there to be able to continue that set of downs and convert that into the rest of the game.
Woodrow ready and set. Reeves is in the backfield. Split backs to each side. It's a little end around to Ford. Ford tries to pull the pile. He'll get 5 yards. Jordan Cooper in on the stop along with Garrett Mays.
Yeah, Beckley decided to go with their own version of the reverse. But again, even with all that misdirection that's going on in the backfield, pulling lineman's always going to take you to the play. So you got to kind of be aware of that if you're a linebacker and be able to fly to the football wherever the guards take you.
Follow the pull, follow the ball.
Exactly right.
Last 53 seconds of the first quarter here. Again, a huge game here in Princeton tonight. Price winds it up, dials it here to the near side. Ball's caught at midfield. And it's a breakaway. And here to the 20-yard line is Christian Stewart, the senior. It's a huge gain here, but there are flags in the vicinity of holding here on the near side. And I'm telling you, when you see Laundrie on the field, and it's against the other team, you get a little sign of hope inside if you're a Princeton Tiger fan.
I know.
Tired of seeing that Laundrie this season.
Especially when it comes against us. But yeah, I expect probably maybe a block in the back or a hold right there on the sideline. But hey, I think with the set right there, that's the first pass that you've seen all night. And I thought our secondary guys did a pretty good job of really getting back into pass coverage. But they just had a lot of cushion right there, and their receiver was able to get the ball wide open right there, get a first down. But it was a first down, but it's coming back anyway. Yeah, block in the back. It's kind of what I figured.
It's Landon Jones, a guilty party, and so it will be negated. I tell you, that's the thing when you've got to play downfield like that. You're not in a huddle of people, and it's really visible and easy for this officiating crew to see, especially when it's near where the football is, which it was.
Yeah.
And so this is going to hurt Woodrow.
Yeah, you don't really see a lot of teams go out of this really tight look. Your seems like spread the ball out, but we got everything bunched inside. Yeah, I can see for an official, it definitely makes it easier to call a game.
Last 20 seconds of the quarter. Ford gets wrapped up and violently slammed down. That's our guy. Caleb Kaiser in on the stop. Also getting some help from Cox. Ian Cox.
Yeah, Ian Cox is somebody that I think has really really stepped up this year. Again, he was a transfer coming in from Cisco, but again, he has family that's from here, decided to make the trip down here to Princeton. You watch him, man, he's got the heart of a warrior, and you saw right there, you know, he's not very big in stature, but don't tell him that about his heart, because you can see he's just flying hard right there and make the tackle from the backside.
No doubt about it. 5 seconds remaining here in the quarter. And they're going to call for the chain gang to come out and measure. Too close for comfort. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Hunnicutt Stadium.
Yeah, excellent. You know, one thing that you can always count on, a big game comes out, this Tiger Nation is always going to come through, and they're going to show up.
Glad to have you along, whether you're in Princeton or Woodrow or wherever you are around the world. Glad you could be with us here on Tiger TV. So Woodrow does convert the first down at the 48-yard line. Last play here of the first quarter. Or probably not. That's going to do it, 2-1. And first quarter's in the books here. It's scoreless. Tie between Princeton and Woodrow Wilson. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Tiger TV. It's a presentation of JR1-Sports. Welcome you back to Hunnicutt Stadium in Princeton. Start of the second quarter. And I spoke too soon about this offense. They've really been grinding. Time of possession is one way to keep a high-powered offense off Princeton. They try to start basically at the 2-yard line, 1-yard line, trying to move out of the end zone. And so see if the defense can hold here. It was a goal line stance for Princeton that kept Woodrow out on their opening drive. Here comes Price. 3-step drop. Pressure comes. Tigers got him. Down he goes. Guess who it is? It's Landon Dillon.
Yeah, Landon Dillon on that one, man. What a great play right there. So excellent coverage. I got to give a shout out also to our secondary guys. You know, you got, even though it's going to be a run-heavy offense, you know, you're going to be playing, you're going to have to still play pass first. And right there, they did that and bring it in with the pressure from Landon Dillon coming out there with an excellent sack. Again, another one that's not big in stature, but he definitely plays hard.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Landon is a junior. He'll be back next season. Second down at 15. And quickly, Woodrow, after a 2-yard gain, goes down. Caleb Kaiser in on the stop. Getting help there from Daniel Jennings. It was Jay Staples trying to create. And the Tigers, after a 2-yard gain, took him down in the backfield.
The one thing you can always expect watching a Princeton football game is Caleb Kaiser is going to be bringing it every single play right there. And you can just see the passion in that young man. Somebody who just really loves football and just loves getting physical down there in the trenches.
I think these third downs is where you got to be careful because you got to load the box up. You know, and it's a chance to throw over the top. So be very aware of where you are as the big man Riley Bell sprints off the field.
Now they're going to spread it out some.
Third down and 12. Price fires sideline. Pass is caught. And he's not going to make it to the first down marker. That's going to bring up a 4th and short. Nicely done to Preston Clary, the basketball player, who has great hands and leaping ability. But it depends on the spot of the ball. Looks like he was short there at first.
Yeah.
And perhaps a favorable spot after the catch.
Yeah, I think, you know, watching on film again with Beckley, you know, they love that double tight double wing. But, you know, if you can hold them and get some pressure in the backfield and just hold them up front, they will go out and spread some, which, you know, on film, you know, the double wing is definitely their favorite offense to run. So if you can try to get them out of their comfort zone and try to spread it out, that's when they don't really thrive as well. But, I mean, they still had an excellent pass right there. Receiver got himself a lot of room on that hitch route and was able to almost get a first down, but looks like they are marking this short.
Yeah, 4th and about 2 inches.
Yeah.
It is super tight, super close. And this Tiger defense has already made a 4th down stand on the goal line.
Yeah.
This will be the second
goal
line stand.
Yeah, I'm expecting Beckley to go
4th down
for it.
stand, sorry.
Yeah, I expect Beckley to go for it right here on 4th down, especially when you're inside Princeton's territory, especially with an inch. Yeah, I definitely see Beckley going for it.
Beckley back up to the line quickly. Reeves in the backfield, push forward, and Woodrow has the first down at the 40, just shy of the 40-yard line. That'll move the chains, a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like, we got him back there in the backfield, but, the ball always stops where forward progress is, and he was able to get past the markers, and Beckley picked up the first down.
Landon Jones will sprint off the field for the Flying Eagles. This Woodrow team has been close to make the playoffs. Close last season. Made it back in 2021 and 2022. Surge off the right side there. They lost the opening round of the playoffs back in 2021 by 42 to University. And then 2022, they lost by 40 in the playoffs on the road at Huntington. Princeton and Woodrow, though, have never met in the football postseason. And we know it's not going to happen this year as they're doing in different classifications.
And I guarantee Beckley's probably going to make a playoff berth this year. That's because there's only 16 teams in 4A, so they're definitely going to have a spot.
Second 5 for the Flying Eagles. It's a pitch inside, and Caleb Kaiser is down on the turf. They've got me jacked up here. And I'm using binoculars, and they fooled me. That's Connor Ray who was on the carry. I saw Jones going to the right side. Kaiser comes up and matches up with him. But it was Ray who had the football.
Yeah, and with that reverse they try to run, like we had a bunch of guys already right there in the backfield. Like the first ball carrier had to get it out very quick to try to keep the play alive, but really didn't do no magic right there.
3rd and 4 here for Woodrow. Ball rests on the 35-yard line. Tigers bring the pressure. Price lost it in space. Ball's caught, and that's going to be a Woodrow first down at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, man, I was impressed right there with the timing on how he got rid of that football. As soon as the receiver made that cut, the ball was already out of his hand right there. So that's just good timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and picks up a Beckley first down.
Once again, it's Preston Clary, the basketball player. His hands at 6'3", 170-pounder. If you watched Woodrow play, he's very athletic, has great hands. You know why they're throwing him the football. 1st and 10. Price lofts one forward. That pass is broken up. Garrett Mays with a textbook defensive play. He'll get the pass breakup.
Yeah, excellent job right there with Garrett Mays on the breakup. And you remember last year, Garrett Mays was really the star against Beckley. So made a couple nice plays, a couple interceptions, and one was returned 80 yards for a touchdown. So again, Garrett Mays, a heck of a quarterback that to me doesn't get a whole lot of love in the area.
Yeah, he could do it offensively too. Called a 46-yard touchdown pass a couple of weeks ago on the road to Winfield. Under 8 to play here in our first half. Tied Princeton and Woodrow at 0. And here's Ford spinning like the Tasmanian Devil out to the 19-yard line. Takes the ball inside the 20.
Yeah, who they go behind that big offensive line right there on that right side. And then, they're just washing down our guys inside, creating that hole for Bryce.
3rd down and 3 situation here. I was in Beckley a few weeks ago and ran into Noah Hancock. Noah played at Woodrow, played at UCF, played at Concord for a couple of seasons. And a great guy, but man, he is huge. Woodrow on 3rd and short. And it's Bryce Ford who sprints forward. He'll have the first down right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, judging by the spot, yep. It's another first down for the Flying Eagles.
Colton Shockley is slow to get off the field. You see him limping there on his right foot.
Yeah, so we definitely need him to really get healed up pretty quick because we definitely need him on offense as well. And I think it's a good strategy also with Coach Taylor rotating a lot of these defensive linemen in to try to keep those fresh bodies up front.
There's a little I formation. They hand it off to Ford. He gets a hole. Right side. Follows the lead block there. Takes it to the 10-yard line. Boy, chunks of yardage here on the first down run. It's one thing Woodrow does do well. They get at least 5 yards there on the first down run.
That's really what this offense is designed to do, is just get those 5 tough yardage and just keep the ball out of the hands of the Princeton offense.
Price gives it off. And it's Ray. Stopped dead in his tracks just inside the 10. Minimal gain on the play. And if you're this Tiger defensive squad and defense coordinator Eric McClanahan, you're saying, hey, listen, bend but don't break here. Let's hold them on this third down and force them to kick a field goal.
Yeah, so defense line's got to really do their job, keep the pad level low, and don't get beat up front. And linebackers also got to do their job and fly to the football, fill those gaps.
I formation once again with Jones dotting the I. He'll move forward. And inside the 5 to the 4. That'll move the chains and set up first and goal here for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, again, and just Beckley is just doing an excellent job, just getting a good push right there on the line, and they just trust that big offensive line, get another first down.
Now listen, we already had a goal line stance here. Another opportunity for this defense to jump in and show what it's made of.
That's right.
Price serves off the left side. Tiger Black surrounds the ball carrier and pull the ball to the 1-yard line. That's the big guy once again, Landon Jones. That's one thing Woodrow has of watching him warm up, size.
Yeah, they typically have always had that size like every single year. You know, you watch the Beckley team, it's no wonder why they love to run that double tight, just run right at you type of offense, because they've got some big dudes over there at Beckley.
Always think of Brent Osborne, who played at WVU on the coaching staff there at Woodrow. Second down and goal, and Woodrow is in for the first score of the evening. It belongs to Bryce Ford, the senior, from 2 yards away.
Yeah, the one thing that you're going to count on for Beckley, if they need the tough yards, they're going to get the ball to Bryce Ford, and they're going to go behind that big right side of the offensive line, and right there, touchdown for the Flying Eagles.
Flying Eagles will attempt the point after here. This will be Aiden Reeves, freshman. Kicks away, and the kick is good. Stops the clock with 4:55 to play in the first half. Your score, Woodrow Wilson 7, Princeton 0. You're watching Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Hello with Brad Malser. Be glad to see those guys next. I know fight. We'll see what the Tigers are made of tonight, I think.
Yeah, you know, when playoffs are on the line, it doesn't matter who's on the field. You know, you always got to get the job done.
Open with a little bit of spinning out of the tackle, and ahead he goes to 8-yard line. He caught Mike Davey, and a couple of weeks ago against Oak Hill, opening kickoff, took it 86 yards for a touchdown. He is certainly capable of doing it with the legs.
And I'll tell you, the last home game we had right here, last touchdown that we scored, it was a 95-yard interception return for a touchdown that RJ had right there. So RJ made the sack on that one, or yeah, like almost coming up with the sack, but also just ended up getting the ball and we're scored right there. So RJ Coatney is going to be one you're going to really look after or watch after for the next couple of years.
4 receivers set here for the Tigers of Barker. Jennings in the backfield. Daniel Jennings moves forward, spins. It falls for positive yardage. And there's a cheap shot on Barker. Princeton fans are not happy with it. And rightfully so. After the handoff, he took a huge shot there from Jamarcus Mans.
Yeah, you got to do whatever you can to make sure your quarterback is protected. I mean, I don't know why we didn't get a flag right there, but I mean, it is what it is. But I'll tell you, Daniel Jennings had a defender coming from the backside that almost made a play in the backfield, but Daniel was able to make something out of nothing right there and pick up 4 yards.
Daniel this season carrying the football averages close to 11 yards per carry. Just hasn't had very many opportunities with Markell being the starter, and well, Markell doing what Markell does. Barker looks. Barker out of the pocket. Scrambles out. Tosses forward. Oh, through the hands of a Marvion Howard. Beautifully done off the back foot there. Marvy couldn't come up with a catch. Stops the clock with 3:50 to play in the half and brings up a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Chance just did an excellent job of just really keeping the play alive, keeping his feet moving, really staying calm. And, you know, when the ball hits your hands, you got to be able to catch that. But I'll tell you, with Beckley, they're really playing very tight man-to-man coverage with a single high safety. At some point, I really see a deep ball going to happen tonight for a touchdown. I really see this going to happen.
All right, here comes third down at 7 for the Tigers. Ball rests on their own 42. Score 7-0 Woodrow as Wyatt Klein goes into motion. It's a high snap. Barker able to yank it out of the air. Barker on the run. Barker moves forward. Gets smashed between two defenders. And Woodrow is going crazy on the sideline.
That's one thing you've got to be able to make sure you get the snap right there, because that just throws up the whole timing of the play, and Chances didn't really have any shot of getting anything going right here. And once again, Princeton brings out the punt team.
Sideline, keep your head up. Plenty of time. Although that when you play this methodic 5 yards at a time, the clock becomes your own worst enemy. We said that throughout the season. The high snap. Gum gets a high punt, angled toward the sideline, takes a hop at the 34-yard line, and a huge Tiger roll. Nicely done by Jace Gum all the way to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, good punt right there by Jace. That pins him all the way back to the 10-yard line. So let's see how this defense is going to respond. So again, two drives. Beckley was able to drive right down the field. So how well are we going to be able to step up on the defensive line and the linebacker play? And like you kind of talked about earlier, one of your keys to the game is ball security. So we got to do anything we can to force a turnover.
Princeton forced 14 turnovers on the year, and that includes 11 fumble recoveries. This will be a good spot on the field for a turnover. Beckley says otherwise as Price comes out. That's Jacob Reeves in the left sidecar. They'll hand it off to Ford. Ford gets tripped up there. And it looks like Ian Cox was the player who tripped him up. He fell right into the arms of Daniel Jennings.
Yeah.
With Hezekiah Burnett.
Yeah, Ian Cox is definitely right there in the backfield that tripped him up. And I'll tell you, Hezekiah Burnett is also one that was on the side. I think he's really one that's really come along. Again, this part of the season, he kind of started off slow because, he didn't get a whole lot of work in the offseason because recovering from a shoulder injury. But Hezekiah Burnett is really starting to get back into the same form he had last year.
Cox isn't super huge, but I tell you what, he will lay the absolute wood. Second down and 9. Price winds it up. Downfield, the pass is caught. Marby Howard pursues. Woodrow off and running. That's A.J. Thomas. Down he goes. And we'll say touchdown. Marby Howard just a hair too late.
Well, the refs are signaling to go back. So I don't know if I see a flag, but yep, there it is right there on the 9-yard line. So, yep, hold on, folks. This is definitely coming back.
Real quick while I have a second, I want to thank Darlene Fletcher. That's Dominic Collins' grandmother. She made pineapple upside-down cake for all of us here at the booth. It is so delicious, and she is the sweetest lady. It was awesome last weekend in Morgantown to see number 85 live run out onto the field. And so thank you, Darlene, for the pineapple upside-down cake. Awesome, awesome gesture.
Darlene, my friend, you definitely know how to make a fat man happy up here in the box. So, yeah, that was delicious, and thank you once again.
So it's a hold on Woodrow. They called that on Tyrez Jones. I think he said 77. And so that will negate the touchdown to pull the ball back to the 6-yard line.
So definitely the break that we needed, because we looked like we had some type of miscommunication in the coverage, and that just resulted in a big play, but thankfully he got called back.
No doubt we got a timeout on the field with 2:01 to play here in our first half. This will be second down at 16. Price takes a shot deep. Marby Howard's there for the interception. There's the turnover at the 39-yard line, and just what the doctor ordered. It was underthrown by Price, and Marby Howard comes in for the interception.
Hey, Marvion Howard, that's one. We saw a lot of that magic in the preseason, him just having interceptions from his corner position right there. And he comes up with a big turnover. That's what the Princeton Tigers really needed. And we're starting in very good field position, so we've really got to be able to capitalize. Again, if we want to be deep in the playoffs and make it to the championship, we've got to be able to respond and get a touchdown with very favorable field position.
Christian Stewart is the player shaken up for the Flying Eagles, able to walk off on his own. Princeton training staff out to assist there. And you see Chance Barker over there checking on him. You know, I know this Princeton team has kind of really got a little bit of a bad rep, but if you know these guys, they have big hearts, man. And sometimes I think it's unfair to kind of put a label on a team like Princeton.
Let me tell you this. Like, you know, I have the privilege of being in the school every single day. And these are definitely 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. You know, we all make mistakes, but, you know, you got a bunch of honor roll students. Some of them are going to be top scholars. They do so much for this community. You've got some really good student athletes on this football team.
Princeton's offense with opportunity here. First down and 10 from the 39 for Barker and company, the gunslinger. Ready to lead the troops to victory with Daniel Jennings in the backfield in the right sidecar. Jennings cuts back. Here comes Jennings to the 30, a stiff arm, and he'll move the ball to the 25. That's a gain of 14 and a Tiger first down.
A good backside blocker right there by Jimmy Boland and Landon Moore. Be able to get that push on the backside and let Daniel be able to cut back and be able to pick up a nice first down run right there. So the momentum is definitely on the side of the Princeton Tigers.
If I were to run the football, I'd want to be behind 72 at 55. That's bowling. And Moore's starting to get a lot of Division I looks. He's just a sophomore, was at WVU last weekend. He's been to Maryland Marshall.
Yeah.
Pretty good company here. Trips right as Klein goes in motion. The gunslinger takes a shot to Klein. Klein taken out, flipped over, and he'll gain 2 yards on the play. That was Preston Clary on the stop for Woodrow.
Yeah, you just bring Wyatt Klein in motion and bring him out right out into the flat, and that's still pretty good right there, even though we definitely knew he was going to get tackled right there as soon as he made the ball. As soon as he made the catch, he was still able to hold on to the ball.
Tigers back and ready. Now Kaiser scrunches into the right side of the line. Klein back on the field. Snap is back. Flag flies. Had a lot of motion and movement here before the play. I think this is a sort of a design play, maybe.
I don't know on that one, because I know like Wyatt Klein came off the sideline and tried to get set as soon as he can, and they snapped the ball right away. So yeah, I don't know.
Whitehead's having a discussion here. Keith Taylor is pleading his case, along with assistant Jordan Jones. Now Keith Taylor's going to want an explanation here on the illegal substitution. I wasn't sure. I did see Wyatt Klein there. It looked like we didn't have 11 men on the field. And I don't know if you've ever seen the trick play where the guy runs off and he just kind of stands right there off the field, turns the lines up and goes. I'm not sure if we were trying to do something like that.
Yeah, I knew Wyatt was coming from the sideline area. You know, I don't know if he stepped off the field or not.
Princeton takes a timeout, so will we. 58 seconds to go before halftime at 7-0 Woodrow. You're watching Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Welcome you back to Hunnicutt Stadium in Princeton. Princeton tried to tie this up before halftime. Princeton won the toss and deferred, and so Princeton will get the ball to start the second half. Shout out to April Evans, our producer, who's showing her dance moves off here during the timeout. I want to mention Kevin Sizemore will be up to join us at halftime. Catch up with Kevin as the band will perform. Woodrow's brought their band this evening. Here comes second down and 13. Ball just inside the 30-yard line. 58 seconds remaining in the half. Tigers have 2 timeouts. Barker lofts it near side. Wyatt Klein makes the grab. But again, Woodrow's doing a great job not giving up the big explosive play afterwards. Really quick to get to the football in the flat area.
Yeah, it's just that bend and break mentality. You know, you want to give them a little cushion. Just make sure you keep them inside of you.
Gain of 6. Here comes third down. Barker steps up on the run. Lofts it forward. He took a shot as he threw. And simultaneously, I tell you, the gunslinger's got to be careful here that he doesn't get hurt. And so this will bring out fourth down. I expect Coach to keep the offense on the field. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You know, you got to try to do anything you can. Try to get a touchdown before halftime here. And I think Coach Taylor had a change of heart. He's going to try to go ahead and get the points. But, you know, you think about it, Beckley did get the ball to start with, so you get the points right here. You know, you're going to start the second half with the football. So, I mean, I can be okay with this call.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This will be a 40-yard field goal. And there is a timeout in Princeton, perhaps to talk it over. Real quick, you want to say happy birthday to somebody this evening, correct?
Yes, kind of found out today during the pep rally. So I want to give a happy birthday to one of our business teachers at Princeton Senior High School, Peggy Graham. I'm not going to say what her age is because I definitely don't want to get in trouble with her. One of the sweetest ladies that you'll ever meet in your life. Very proud or very fortunate to be able to work with her. And she was actually one of my business teachers when I was a student. Well, I was kind of giving away her age, so I'm sorry, Peggy, if you're listening to this. But happy birthday, Peggy. We love you, and we thank you for all you're doing for Princeton Senior High School.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Peggy. All right, Tigers are going to keep the special teams unit out as Jace Gum, the junior, will attempt a 40-yard field goal from the right side hash mark. Haven't attempted very many of these this season, but Jace certainly has a leg to do it. Kick is away. It's low. That kick hits the upright and bounces off. My goodness. So close, but yet so far away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing I think we'll see happen here is Beckley. I mean, they might take a shot right here, but I don't think this offense is really designed to really get a lot of deep balls right here. So, you know, just for your secondary guys, just make sure you give a lot more cushion. Make sure you just don't allow any deep ball to happen if that were to be the case. But I expect to go into halftime with the 7-0 Beckley lead.
24 seconds until halftime. Price will now duck under center. Hand it off to Bryce Ford with a push off the right side, still going. And there he gets slammed by big Landon Moore. Every ounce of that 6'4" frame drills Bryce Ford. Here comes the clock, going to wind down. 3, 2, 1. That does it for our first half of play. This Tiger squad finds itself down for the first time this season at the halftime break. We'll take a break and be joined by Kevin Sizemore coming up here at halftime. Tigers trail by 7 at halftime. This is Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Be right. This Tiger team has really put some major points up against Woodrow. I'm sure the Flying Eagles are licking their chops here with the lead at halftime. Back deep for the Tigers, Wyatt Clyde and R.J. Coatney standing at the 16-yard line.
I kind of said earlier in the game, especially on that fourth down stop, you know, Coach Taylor loves to say, you know, we're dealing with some adversity. How are we going to respond? Let's see what this Princeton Tiger team does here in the second half.
Tyler Radford, a little squibber. It's touched by Garrett Mays, picks it up, trips up, and falls forward to the 29-yard line. Tigers will start there with first down and 10 as the gunslinger is back on.
All right, so like I said, pound inside run game is what I like to see, and get some quick short passes to give Chance some confidence, and then later on, open it up with the deep ball.
73% completion rate on the season for Chance Barker. Last time he was on the field at Winfield, close to 90% completion on 14 of 16 passing. Just super impressive. Tigers go trips left. And a single receiver to the right. Snap is back, keep it on the ground, little pound on the ground here. Daniel Jennings spinning, backing, moving the ball forward, pulling the entire pile, and he goes for 14 yards and a Tiger first down.
Definitely a good start right there to come out of the half. pound the ball right there with Daniel Jennings with those trusty legs. The Penn State recruit's definitely going to get you there. First down for the Tigers.
That's heart and just determination.
You can tell right there he's had that mindset. He was not going down at all.
Jennings punches the ball out to the 42-yard line. Just inside the second half here in Princeton. Twins to each side. Kaiser in motion, opens hole. Daniel Jennings squirts through, has another first down inside the 45 to the 43. It's a gain of 15 and another Tiger first down.
Another good thing with opening up that run game is you sell that jet sweep on the outside that kind of freezes the linebackers, and that just makes it easier for the offensive line to really open it up. And guess what? 2 plays, 2 first downs.
And one thing's for sure, this crowd is fully awake here in the second half. After being down at halftime, Daniel Jennings has lit the spark. Jennings with the carry once again, spins out of the tackle, still on his feet. Now gang tackle back near midfield. He'll lose 3 yards on the play, call it 4 yards.
And it's kind of that mindset right there, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep going until you stop it. But Beckley had an answer right there. Daniel did his best to really break off the tackle right there, but he just ended up going backwards.
Reeves and Bowling were the first 2 to get there. So you think about what Princeton does with Markell, really establishes the run that opens up the pass. And so looking for something downfield here, getting the run game going. Kaiser in motion, high snap. Barker bounces to its hands, scrambling, trying to get rid of it, tosses out to no man's land. He does have a receiver in the area. That's Marvy Howard. And that's a great heads-up play there by Chance Barker.
Yeah, I think the officials were trying to ask to see if the ball got past the line of scrimmage right there. And unfortunately, it was enough to get to the point where we didn't get called for intentional grounding.
Brings up third down. Tigers have to do something here. Keep your eye on number 5, Wyatt Klein. Maybe time to take a shot downfield. See Jake Belcher and Garrett Mays there to the right side. Klein and Howard on the near side. 3rd and 13. Barker in the pocket. Throws one forward. Overshoots Belcher, and Barker took a shot as he got rid of the football. Reeves and Bowling once again double teaming him in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, there's starting some pressure coming up the middle, and just Chance just threw some right there, but there was just nobody in the vicinity. So it's 4th down, and looking at this, the Tigers are going to go for it. But you're definitely inside Beckley's territory, so I'm okay with the call. You got to get something to get a spark to get this Princeton Tiger team going.
One thing that Beckley's done a good job of tonight is keeping Chance Barker in the pocket, not letting him escape. He's dangerous when he's on the run. Klein in motion now from left to right. Barker, little jailbreak, action. There's Daniel Jennings, 35-30, they're not going to catch him. 20-10, end zone, touchdown, Tigers.
Boom, baby! Oh, finally! It's been a while since I said that, but what an excellent play call with a jailbreak screen. Defensive line all came up for the quarterback. That left Daniel right there with the ball. One-on-one matchup. Went to the promised land. Touchdown, Tigers.
47 yards away for the Tigers score. Barker to Jennings on the jailbreak.
What a call by Coach Chris Belcher.
The warden was chasing, but he didn't catch. Here comes Chase Gum to attempt the point after, just a couple of minutes into the second half. Kicks away from Gum, and that kick is good. With 10 minutes to play in the third, we are tied at 7-all here in Princeton. You're watching Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Tigers get on the board here, 2 minutes into the third period. It's a 47-yard touchdown strike from Chance Barker to Jennings on the jailbreak screen. And if there's one guy who's going to step up right now, you got the feeling it's the 6'4" Penn State commit, Daniel Jennings.
Yeah, and again, excellent play call by Coach Chris Belcher. That's a play that, I know Chris Pentago was definitely proud of because that was his favorite pass play when I played in high school. call the old jailbreak screen. Definitely good sell by the offensive line. Having the defensive line come up and sell that, get him out of the play, and Daniel did his magic.
Stewart and Thomas back deep. It's a little squibber on side, and Princeton with an opportunity. Did they get it? That's the question. Woodrow able to secure the possession at the 36-yard line. Nicely done by Gum, who absolutely streamlined that thing to the near sideline. It touched the Woodrow player, and Woodrow able to jump on it.
You got to admire the aggressive play call on that one. Just try to get something, try to get the ball quickly into our hands, but that didn't really happen right there. But still, so let's see what this defense can do. Now with the momentum on our side, this crowd has definitely come alive. Come alive. Let's see how this defense responds right here on this first drive in the third quarter.
Got the old Kansas City Choir huddle here on behalf of Woodrow as Price lines up under center. Little around here for Ford following the lead block, and that'll go for 3 yards. Got Jordan Cooper in on the stop. Caleb Kaiser also assisting.
Yeah, so the big key right here, especially when they want to go to that big right side, is you cannot get washed down. You got to keep that pad level low, put yourself in position where that's not going to happen, and let the linebackers do their thing and straight to the football.
Second down at 7. With the head of steam, tripped up, still on his feet. Landon Moore gets a hold of him. He escapes a tackle, has a first down to midfield. Refusing to give up is Christian Stewart.
Well, and definitely these backs with Beckley, they definitely know how to run hard and keep those legs moving. And as you can see, it's a first down for the Flying Eagles.
It's a 10-yard gain on the play for Stewart and company. Damian Thomas jogs onto the field for the Princeton Tigers defensive unit. First and 10 from midfield. Woodrow driving. Ford gets it pitched to his hands. He'll move forward. How about that for a first down run? 10 yards.
You know, that's the same with Beckley. You know what's coming. And they're just going to say, try to stop us. And right now, we still don't have an answer against this run game.
It does move the chains. As once again, Woodrow comes back to the line of scrimmage. Tightly bunched, all within about 3 yards. Here's a pitch. And it's Jordan Cooper who stops the play from going anywhere. They put the ball into the hands of Christian Stewart once again.
Yeah, we had one defensive lineman right there on that play side that was able to whip his man up front. That just caused a stalemate, and the running back just had nowhere to go, and that just gave an opportunity for the other black jerseys to fly to the football for no gain. So good defense.
Street Surratt, the head coach, trying to build the culture, tough-nosed football at Woodrow Wilson. Here's Ford. He gets stopped. Hezekiah Burnett, Daniel Jennings with a tag team will stop him dead in his tracks. Kind of get the feeling the Tigers are pinching in on this and starting to learn this offense.
And guess who just fired up, getting the crowd ready? Coach Keith Taylor, because he knows this is his special. The money down. Two stops so far. Let's see what this third down brings for the Princeton defense.
Third down and 9 from the 39-yard line. Tiger fans on their feet, making some noise. You suspect if they don't convert the third down, they'll keep the offense on. Price to throw. Near side, the pass is caught by Ford. Wyatt Klein sprints over to make the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards to the 36, and the Tigers hold here to fourth down.
Wyatt Klein right there, just staying right there on his man, and right there on the tackle as soon as he caught the ball. That brings up fourth down, and let's see what Beckley does. And I anticipate right now they're going to go for it, so this is a big-time money down right here on fourth down. Let's see what this Princeton defense can do once again.
Stewart and Staples jog into the game for the Flying Eagles, and here comes Price, a sophomore quarterback, who I think is going to have a pretty good career at Woodrow as a sophomore. Under 7 to play here in the third, tied. Fourth down and 6. Price on a slant. It's picked off! It's picked off! R.J. Coatney. What a play!
We need a young man to step up right there. R.J. Coatney said, I got you, coach, and comes up with the big pick. Also excellent pressure right there by our defensive line. Man, this Princeton crowd has come alive, Jason Reed.
R.J. Coatney, we talked about him in the pregame. He's a sophomore at Princeton. He has lit it up on the JV ranks. He's starting to get more varsity time. He's learned from the best in Markello offensively and defensively. He's really, he had that pick six, 96 yards against Tazewell on homecoming Saturday. And just a phenomenal kid and a great kid at that. 1st and 10 here for the Tiger offense. Barker, it's another high snap. Barker yanks it out of the air and falls at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's simple things. That's a multiple number of missed snaps. I've already lost count right there. So our center just got to be able to really you got to take care of the snap very first thing. I know there's a lot of pressure. You want to get to your block, but you got to understand, you got to get that snap down pat because a bad snap's going to throw off the time, get the whole offense as we just saw.
Loss of 8 on the play. You see the nose guard, Keandre Good. He's a 300-pounder lined up right across from Shockley. Here comes 2nd down and 18. Another high snap. Barker chases it back, falls on the football at the 17-yard line. Boy, things going the wrong way here for the Princeton offense.
It's just deja vu, man. Like, again, got to get the snap down pat.
Tigers here got to muster up something. This is 3rd and flat top here. 5.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Tied. Barker lofts one out into space. Right through the hands. It's caught by Jimmy Bowling, who will officially get the reception. How about that for the junior? Went through the hands, I think it was Garrett Mays. And Bowling able to yank it out of the air. Was close to interception.
Well, that's one way to get your first catch as a high school football player. Not the way we wanted to have this drive going, and unfortunately, there's no doubt we're going to have to punt the ball here.
Back team for Woodrow is A.J. Thomas, as well as M.J. Staples. It's a low snap. Gum gets it, angles it towards the sideline. It'll take a Tiger hop and a roll into Woodrow territory out of bounds at the 47 of Woodrow Wilson. So Tiger's going to have to buckle in here and try to make a defensive stand. Of course, last time, 2nd turnover in the game, 2 interceptions, and Price has thrown this evening.
Yeah, so we've kind of seen the last couple drives for this Princeton defense is we can definitely create turnovers. So we're definitely capable of being able to produce a 3rd one. And again, we've got to be able to win the battle up front and not let Beckley get those tough 5- and 6-yard gains.
Beckley quickly back to the line of scrimmage here. On 1st down and 10, Woodrow on its own, 47. It's Ford, cuts it back, and Ford gets roughed up at the line of scrimmage. Tiger defense gives them nothing. It's Jennings and Cooper, and a number of black jerseys rallying to the football.
Yeah, and I think also the defensive end on that far side was also a good help in really beating the tight end on that one and force everything back inside in a bunch of black jerseys. And again, it's 2nd and 9, which will definitely take 1-yard gains.
Woodrow after the 1-yard gain. Here comes Price under center again. Ford gets the carry. He'll move the pile forward and back it goes. He lost the football. Here comes Daniel Jennings. Oh, they're going to call him down. And Princeton, the Boo Birds are out here. That was close. That's one of those 50-50 plays. And it goes to the behalf of Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, man.
Daniel Jennings was gone.
Oh, there's no doubt about that one. But I tell you, the guy who made the play on that one was number 5, Wyatt Klein, coming from the outside linebacker position and making that stop right there to force, again, the running back to go back into all those black jerseys. And now it's a 3rd down again, and we're going with a 4-wide set with Beckley.
3rd down and 8. Price locks one into space. It's called and dropped. It's incomplete. The ball was wobbly, perhaps tipped out of the hand of Price. Falling to the turf was Staples, who couldn't haul in the catch.
That's the one thing that, if you force Beckley out of that double wing look and get them spread out, yeah, Beckley's do have some athletes, but not up to the level of Elijah Redford and Elijah Waller that we saw last year. So kind of put them in a situation where they're not really, you don't really want them to be, and that's a fourth down right there. So excellent defense for Princeton.
Here comes Aiden Reeves, the punter. Barbie Howard showed a little prevent here. The Tigers going to kind of let it take a hop back there. It'll be angled toward the sideline and out of bounds right beyond the 20-yard line at the 22. Good to see Brody Rice here in the game tonight. He'll be suited up for the Mountain Lions tomorrow. They'll take on Glenville State around 1 o'clock. That's homecoming Saturday. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, come see us in Athens.
Yeah, and I think they're going up against Glenville's head coach, who I'm very familiar with, and that's Mike Keller, who was my coach when I played at Concord for 3 years. He was there for the first 2 years, then he took off to go back to Cal PA, where he was from. And I know Coach Keller did a good job of turning that program around to get that jump started, and they had Garen Justice really take over. So it'd be nice to see a Concord win against Coach Keller and the Glenville Pioneers.
All right, let's see if Princeton's offense can muster up the go-ahead score here late in the third. Tied at 7-all. Kaiser shifts over to the right side of the line. Snap is back. They'll give it to Danny Jennings. Through the hole, Jennings spins. Great positive yardage on the first down run. This is usually the time that he starts carrying the ball. Markell gets most of the carries in the first half, and then we had this balanced attack with fresh legs in the second half with Jennings. And Jennings looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Daniel knows that this is a really big game with a lot of playoff implications. And he's a guy, you get to know Daniel. He definitely always wants the ball right here in his hands. He wants the game to be on his shoulders.
Not a lot to say. Let's the game do the talking.
That's right.
7-yard pickup. Here comes the second down and third. 3. Jennings with the surge off the right. Jennings pulls the pile. Chance Barker gets laid out. There's no flag. And you see head coach Keith Taylor barking at the near side official right now.
Yeah, Chance was nowhere near a part of the play. I don't know why we didn't get a flag thrown on that one.
I'm just going to say, this is shades of the Winfield game. When you allow that stuff to happen.
Right, but I think Chance is doing also a very good job of not letting that get too much into his head, because I think that's what Beckley's trying to do, is try to play those mind games, try to get our guys to respond and retaliate.
Caleb Kaiser scrunches into the left side of the line. Here comes Klein in motion for the Tigers. Once again, Danny Jennings, he's got room. Jennings to the sideline, midfield, punches the ball forward, down the sideline. It goes and out of bounds. The 41-yard line. Daniel Jennings with a monster run.
Yeah, shout out to also to Landon Moore, the right tackle, really getting that key block to have Daniel be able to get off tackle like he did. And that was a big run right there for the Nittany line. First down, Tigers.
20-plus yard gain for Daniel Jennings. You like the poise here. It's like he is taking this game under control.
No doubt about that one. Again, credit to the offensive line as well.
Tigers with 4 receivers scrunched up close to the line. Jennings on a stretch play. Jennings has room to the 30, to the 20, down the sideline, scrambling. He's in the end zone. Tiger touchdown.
Boom, baby! Daniel Jennings is definitely putting the game right on his shoulders, and he's just taking control right there, breaking tackles. Wow, touchdown Tigers!
From 42 yards away, Daniel Jennings with his second touchdown of the game. And I can tell you who's screaming right now on a couch in Glenwood. Brad Malser and Marquette Lowe.
Oh, no doubt about that. What a run by Daniel Jennings. Oh.
This is his second touchdown of the quarter. One from 47 yards away and one from 42 yards out. Gum on the extra point. It's good. Tigers lead by a touchdown, 14-7. Lots of football left to be played. 1:32 to play here in the third quarter.
Man, that's awesome. And really, again, I'd really love to see these red cowboy hats that a lot of these people are wearing because of Mr. Sparky.
Kickoff to the sideline and out of bounds. I'm sure this will be declined, and they'll take the penalty out at the take the ball out of bounds here at the 43.
Yeah, it looks like 43-yard line. All right, defensive momentum really needs to carry forth. So hold them to a 3-and-out in the last drive. Again, 2 turnovers on the previous possessions. This Tiger defense is really doing a good job of really stepping up. Again, this defense has really improved from last year, and now you're seeing all that improvement coming in right now. So then, again, we got to continue this momentum.
Jennings has been absolutely fantastic here in the second half. This Tiger team showed a lot of resolve. Trailed 7-0 at halftime. They put 2 scores on the board here in the third period. The defense really has stepped it up. That's kind of been the difference maker here is the defensive unit.
Yeah, because there's going to be some games that, offense is going to have a hard time getting things rolling. And you got to you got to depend on your defense some. And that's what this team is doing right now.
All right, on the illegal procedure out of bounds, you get 5 more yards tacked on to where the ball went out, so that'll pull the ball from the 43 to the 48-yard line. I'll tell you, one thing about Woodrow, they are big up front.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement, big.
Pretty good size.
Yeah.
Minute 31 to play here in the third period. Ford goes in motion, scrunches up left side. Here's a handoff, and moving the pile forward for a nice run is Jones. Boy, Jones has good size. We talked about that size. 6'3", 215-pounder, and pretty solid kid at that.
Yeah, so with that bringing that motion man inside, now you're just adding an extra lead blocker along with those pulling linemen. So really, you've got like 3 or 4 guys that's really just leading up in the hole for the running back. So just excellent play design by Beckley.
7-yard gain on the play brings up second down and 3. Ball on the Tigers side of the field at the 45. Tigers load the box. Hand off. Jones to the outside. Try to hem him in, but he squirts forward there. R.J. Coatney on the stop. And that'll move the ball to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5 and a first down.
Yeah, he kind of wanted to go off tackle on that one, but something forced him to be able to bounce outside, I should say. But he was able to pick up enough yardage to get the first down.
Well, what a burst of energy out of the locker room for this Tiger squad. Tiger defense has come up with 2 turnovers tonight, 2 interceptions. One belongs to Howard, the other to R.J. Coatney. First and 10 from the 40. Ford sprints out, they'll flip the ball over, and it goes nowhere. Caleb Kaiser in on the stop, showing us acrobatics afterwards. Connor Ray, the senior, was the ball carrier.
Yeah, I think he just got tripped up on that one. There's definitely not acrobatic right there. He just got tripped up. But I'll tell you, man, Caleb just came right from the backside right there. Just, again, flat down the line like you're supposed to. End up making that tackle, and we are now in the 4th quarter.
How about that? We'll step away, be back with quarter number 4, Tigers and Flying Eagles in a slugfest here at Hunnicutt Stadium. You're watching Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Woodrow led 7-0 at halftime. Princeton comes out of the locker room and able to put 2 scores on the board thanks to the handy feet of Daniel Jennings. He scored from 47 yards out. Also scored from 42 yards away. One was on the ground, the other one was through the air. That was that jailbreak screen. And so Jennings with both touchdowns here in the third period. And the Tigers start the 4th with a 7-point advantage. Woodrow with the football. Jason Reed, Seth Angell here. Glad to have you along, whether you're in Beckley or Princeton or wherever you are around the world. Glad to have you here at Princeton, Tigersports.com. Tell you, this is a good test for Princeton. Woodrow, I know there's some chatter out of Beckley this week about this could be a statement game for Woodrow, but think about a statement game when you're playing without 2 stars tonight, 2 of your key role players offensively and defensively. You can come out here and get the win. It speaks volumes for these guys here. Here comes second and 10. Price to throw, hemmed in, hit, escapes, moves forward. He'll get positive yardage. Jordan Cooper, Hezekiah Burnett there on the stop. To move the ball to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 3, brings up 3rd and 7.
Again, that shows you good coverage as well back in the secondary. That quarterback just had to really just hold on to the ball. And again, a lot of good pressure that was being brought. So let's see what this Tiger team can do on the Monday down special.
This defense wants the noise, and the Princeton fans deliver. 3rd and 7. Price looks to throw, winds it up, lofts it out. There's a Marvion Howard, and he intercepts it. Marvion Howard's going to bring it out. 2nd of the night for him to the 15, out to the 20-yard line, rides the sideline to the 25, out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A Marvion Howard, the defense, with not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions on the evening.
3 turnovers right there. Marvion Howard is another one that's really stepped up for this Princeton team. He also, again, knows this is a big time game. Very going to be helpful for playoff implications. And man, Marvion Howard's really coming through from that safety spot. And let's see what this offense can do and capitalize and get another set of 6 points on the scoreboard.
Brother, I feel like we're having a revival here on the back row after that interception. Everybody's jumping up and screaming and waving their hands. The beautiful sight here at Princeton as a Marvion Howard not only probably saves a touchdown there, but has a possession for the Tigers.
Hey, listen, you said revival. I think it might have to do with Kevin Sizemore, a little Woodlaw moment that's going on. I think that's what's really sealing it right now for this Princeton team. Thanks, Kevin.
No doubt. Great movie, by the way. If you missed Kevin at halftime, you can Google him. He was in the movie Woodlawn. It's a great movie, by the way. Tiger offense back on. Here's Jennings. A push off the left side, and flags fly. Get 3-4 yards on the play.
Yeah, so pretty much 9 times out of 10, this is definitely going to be a holding penalty on the offensive line.
Right there in the corner where he turned the corner.
I'll tell you what, man, like whatever Coach Belcher saw during the first half, he really loves going off tackle, especially with Jennings.
See if the official calls holding here. All right, Marvion Howard with low block there below the knees. So that will bring the ball back to the 22. 2nd down at 20. Tell you what a win this would be if the Tigers could pull it out. Need that other insurance touchdown here. But perhaps with this run game, you know, just under 11 minutes to go in the game, maybe wasting a little clock is on your best advantage here.
We know with the success that we've had running the ball right now, like we just seen.
Daniel Jennings out to the 40. Wow, power football.
Again, going off tackle. And just, what I was getting ready to say is the success you have running the football with Daniel Jennings, eventually, again, it's going to open up a long pass for a touchdown. I'm still calling it. We're going to see a long touchdown pass at some point, especially with the way we're running the football right now.
That is a 19-yard gain for Princeton's Daniel Jennings. Brings up 2nd down and 3. Jennings squirts ahead to midfield. You want to talk about a special guy? Take it over the game. We got Mr. Wysong here with us on the back row. He's impressed with Daniel Jennings and his play this evening. James Franklin, just a few weeks ago, was here in Princeton at the high school following up on Daniel, see how he was doing. And in addition to that, was chatting with a few other Tigers. Looks like Jennings may be a little shaken up on the play, which is not good news for the Tigers.
But it doesn't look like there's anything serious. I don't know, maybe got the wind knocked out of him or what, but yeah, Daniel seems to be okay. Just get him like just a couple reps off, and then we'll get him back in eventually. So now with Daniel coming in, kind of what we expect. Looks like R.J. Coatney, I believe, is going to be in a running back for Daniel.
R.J. can get it done if he gets a little room. Look out. We've seen it on the JV ranks this season. Got some varsity time. Kid that continues to improve. When you have a dominant player, a couple of dominant players like Markel Lowe and Daniel Jennings, these young guys, sophomores, get to get in there and really learn from the best. And when you have those guys in practice, it makes everybody better. 1st and 10, Coatney moves the pile forward. RJ gets 3 yards out of the 1st down carry.
Yeah, I know RJ is one that, since I've seen him get some reps on the varsity level, I think he just seems more confident about hitting the holes. I think he's done a lot better about that since when I coached him in middle school. He just seems more confident hitting the hole and just more of a downfield runner.
Great basketball player as well. We get some varsity action this year. He has the Euro step down. Probably one of the sweetest Euro steps you'll see. Belongs to R.J. Coatney. Tigers by a touchdown, driving here into Beckley territory. Coatney cuts it back. Coatney with room. Coatney with the first down, close to a first down. We'll take him to the 41. You got to blow the whistle here and stop the play.
Yeah, and I think he's probably an inch short from the first down marker, but hey, excellent job by RJ, just getting one cut and just taking off. That's all you really want. That's what you want to have your running backs do. Just make one cut and go. Just trust that cut and see what you can do. Good job by RJ. And all we just need is just a few inches to get the first down.
Princeton fans are going nuts. Why? Well, Daniel Jennings just jogged back onto the field. This crowd's been pretty electric here in the second half.
Something I've noticed too is they started to get the whiteboard out to draw the plays and then the wristbands on there. I think they may have think Beckley is getting their signals, so they're going back with that.
Here comes Jennings. He finds a hole, has a first down, still on his feet inside the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 and a Tiger first down.
You give RJ a few reps, let the young man can do his. Get him a little action right there. You get Daniel 2 plays off, get a fresh set of legs, and he picks up the first down for you. And we got R.J. Coatney coming back in.
Daniel Jennings getting the crowd fired up. You see the guys here on the sideline. You got to love a kid plays with that much heart. Now Coatney's going to have to come out because of a wardrobe malfunction here.
Yeah, it looks like his chin strap just was not buckled all the way. So now we got Landon Dillon, who's going to be coming into the game and running back.
All right. Dillon played at Glenwood. He's a Glenwood kid and is super athletic. Remember last year, the preseason game against William Fleming, he broke his leg in a game.
Yeah.
And he was dressed by end of the season.
That's amazing. Like that type of injury he was able to come back from, that was impressive. And I've really been impressed with the way Landon has really played all year, and he's played some on the defensive line, and you look at it, number 4, he doesn't look like a defensive lineman.
No.
But, I mean, the kid has heart, and I'm anxious to see what we're going to do if he's going to run the ball.
Princeton going to take a timeout here with 7:30 to play in the game. Princeton going to talk it over, and we'll step away. With 7:30 to play in this one, 14-7, Tigers lead Woodrow Wilson. You're watching Tiger TV. It's a presentation of JR1-Sports. We'll be right back. 7.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. 14-7's your score. Tigers trailed 7-0 at halftime, but two scores up in the third quarter. And driving here in the fourth, trying to seal the deal without Markel Lowe and Brad Mosser. Tiger team's finding out what they're made of this week. Some grit and some fight. And we'll be glad next week in Independence to have all the gang back together.
Exactly right. We just got to finish the job. We got to finish the job right here against this very good Beckley football team.
Here comes the Tigers on first down. Daniel Jennings finds a hole. Jennings bounces to the outside the 10, the 5. Touchdown Tigers. There is Laundrie on the field from the near sideline.
Yeah, definitely this is going to be coming back.
Would have been a 29-yard touchdown scamper, but you get the feeling this one's coming back.
Yeah, I don't know why Klein is really trying to plead his case here, so I don't know if they're going to go like a block below the waist on him, but either way, yeah, it's definitely coming back.
All right, offsetting penalties.
At least you don't go backwards.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. So an illegal block below the waist here. And that was on Beckley's Connor Ray. 5 men in the backfield for the Tigers. Perhaps not lined up quite close enough to the line. And so you don't get the touchdown, but you don't lose yardage, as you said. The glass is half full right now for Princeton fans.
And I like the play call that we had right there with a little counter action that, we're not really seeing. We're more of like a zone blocking type of team, but we go with a gap down linebacker, old school wing T blocking on that play side, and you bring in a pulling lineman, and also the ace back also pulled on that one, and that opened up a nice hole for Daniel. So I like that play call that we ran on that last play.
Clock continues to wind, 6:35 to play in the game. Barker with Jennings, flags fly, movement up front. I know people beat us up about the flags, but it seems like we get those flags and play a little bit better. When you play fast, you're going to get those flags a lot of time, And that's the beauty of the spread offense, is you can cover so much territory in such little time. Sometimes you think, well, we just got a 10, 15-yard penalty, but you know what? You can gain so much territory so quickly with the spread offense.
Yeah, you just got so many options that you can run out of this offense to really get those yards back, like you said.
Street Surratt earlier this week in the media, Woodrow's head coach was very complimentary of Chance Barker, said this is by far the best quarterback we faced yet this season. First and 15, Daniel Jennings slicing and gnashing the defense. And move the ball forward for a 9-yard gain to the 26.
Hey, just like you said with this offense, even with the penalties, we could gain those yardage right back. And Daniel, all we have to do is just get the ball to the hands of Mr. Nittany Line, and he'll get you those yardage back.
I'm a West Virginia fan, not a Penn State fan, but I will be cheering for Daniel on game day here in a couple of years, for sure.
Right.
Tigers being very, very patient here. Under 6 minutes to play in the game. Only time on the play clock for Barker. Jennings stays in the backfield. The ball will stay in his hands. He'll move the pile forward, gets a surge after initial contact. That's what the general, David Hercey, loves. Yard after contact. And Daniel Jennings is your guy for that.
Yeah, the yak yardage. Had 3 guys right there on Daniel, but that was not enough because he just kept getting more yardage, even with all those guys on him.
Brings up an interesting 3rd and 3 from the 22. Do you keep it on the ground here? Do you try to run a smoke screen?
Well, with it being 3rd down, you got 3 yards right here. I would say just go ahead and pound the football. And, if you only get like 1 or 2 yards, you still got a 4th and 1 situation, maybe. And you can open up whatever you want or just pound the ball again.
Especially the way that Daniel Jennings is running the football. Bounces to the outside here. Daniel Jennings stays on his feet, spins out. He'll lose about a yard there on the 3rd down carry. Brings up 4th down and 4 now. And so Woodrow Wilson takes a timeout as Jones is able to depart the field of play. We'll step away as well. You're watching Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Welcome back to Princeton High School. 4th down and 4. Tiger offense stays on. Chase Gump started out on the field. They call him back. And so here comes the gunslinger and company. Interesting to see what Chris Belcher has drawn up here in the timeout. Princeton's offensive coordinator and mastermind. Tigers perhaps trying to draw Woodrow Wilson off sides with the hard snap count. Chance is pretty good at the hard snap count. So the Tigers are going to give Chase Gum another opportunity. Before it was a 40-yarder. This time it will be a 39-yarder for Chase Gum. Last one hit the right upright. See if Gum can stick it between the uprights. Snap is back. And it was a bad snap. And the ball's loose. Again, they speared Chance Barker. And I know that's probably not intentional, but when you're down in that holding position, you kind of come in and drop that helmet. And that started with the high snap.
Yeah, Chance was not able to get the ball placed like he wanted to, and just Jace just had no shot of trying to get a kickoff.
Opportunity here for perhaps another turnover. Tigers have forced 3 tonight. They've all been through the air in interceptions. R.J. Coatney has an interception along with Marvion Howard's 2.
So, yeah, let's see what this defense can pull off again.
Woodrow back to the line of scrimmage. Price. He's hit. Down he goes. It's a sack The Tigers big. Damian Thomas in the backfield. The junior says, no way. Records a sack back at the 25-yard line.
Damian Thomas has really stepped up tonight at that defensive tackle spot. Only had a couple games under his belt because of the injury he sustained. But what a play right there by Damian Thomas to get him, I think, his first sack of his high school career.
Loss of 7 on the play as well. Perfect time for a big defensive play. Princeton fans rising to their feet here. Second down and long. Price to throw, lost it out into space. Nobody home. Was looking out here in the flat area for Christian Stewart. The defense had already closed in and forced Price to get rid of the football.
Yeah, and Landon Moore was coming up with a big bull rush right there from his defensive tackle spot. Was able to get a hand up to disrupt the path of that quarterback's throw. And this Tiger crowd has really come alive right here for this third down, money down situation.
3:40 to play in the game. Tigers by 7. Huge play right here. Third down and 17. Woodrow breaks the huddle. 4 wide as a player sprints off the field. Price throws to the far sideline. Princeton contains, out of bounds he goes. They'll get up to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down situation here.
Yeah, just what you want to do on defense. Just keep them underneath you. Don't let them beat you on the deep ball. And that brings up 4th down for him. I suspect Beckley's definitely going to go for it right here. So let's see what you're made of right here on this 4th down, the big money down for the Tigers.
Want to remind you about the 3 interceptions tonight. And Price has to be careful here for Woodrow.
This crowd has come alive. I hear Metallica playing right now over the intercom. Here we go.
Gotta love the atmosphere. Big play here and a timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout too. Woodrow takes it with 3:34 to play in the game. We'll be back with the 4th down play. You're watching Tiger TV from JR1-Sports. Welcome back to Hunnicutt Stadium in Princeton. The final 3 minutes and 34 seconds of this one. A crucial play coming up. Woodrow trails by 7 here. He led by 7 at halftime. Princeton put 2 scores on the board in third. And here we go with 4th down and 8. Princeton fans on their feet. This is a true money down. Mr. Sparky handed out their glow sticks. You see them all through the stands this evening. Here we go on 4th down and 8. This could be your ball game. Price drops back. Flags fly. Take a shot down the sideline. Garrett Mays is there for the interception. He's out of bounds, but let's see what the flag's all about. I would say motion up front. And if you're Princeton, you'll decline this.
Oh, no doubt about that. Big time.
All right.
Shout out. Yeah, go ahead.
Not only do you take over, but you take over inside the 35.
Shout out to Garrett Mays on that coverage right there, one-on-one coverage, and just beat his man right there, and that forces a Princeton Tiger 1st down. Let's see if we can make it to the promised land one more time.
Tigers have beaten the Flying Eagles for 3 consecutive seasons, and so a win tonight would give the seniors 4 straight wins over Woodrow. Tell me if number 2 doesn't want to win this one.
No doubt about that. You can see with the play he's had tonight, definitely he wants to win this football game.
Tigers line up here on 1st down and 10. Snap is back. It's a direct snap, a wildcat to Daniel Jennings. Jennings cuts it back. Woodrow reaching for that football. He'll fall forward for a 2-yard gain at the 32.
Yeah, you're at the point right now where you know you're going to have to run the ball, just keep that clock moving, and might as well just go ahead and get Daniel in the quarterback spot, play a little wildcat, and just let him do his thing.
Ford and Zamir Jones on the tackle for Woodrow Wilson. And here is where you start to milk that clock.
Yeah, and you would think Beckley would call a timeout, but they've already had 2 called earlier, so they just got 1 more timeout left. So if you can get a 1st down right here on this drive, that basically will seal the deal for this football game.
Second down and 8. Jennings stays in the backfield, this time the right side, the right hip of Barker. Jennings moves the ball forward, drop the shoulder, down he goes at the 28. Daniel Jennings will pick up 4 more yards. This will bring up 3rd down and 4.
It's just amazing with this zone blocking scheme is that even though Daniel's going straight up the middle, it's just a big hole right there for Daniel to run. And that gets him some good yardage and, again, keeps this clock moving with 2:12 left in the game.
Been an unbelievable game. Princeton just couldn't get anything going offensively in the first half. Woodrow able to score from 2 yards out. Led 7-0 at halftime. Princeton with the 2 scores in the third. Jennings with a push off the right. Ahead of steam. Jennings to the 20-yard line. And that is a Tiger first down. Goes for 8 yards.
Yeah, clock will stop so that the chains can be moved, but then once they get set, expect that clock to keep moving unless Beckley wants to go ahead and call their timeout.
Somebody buy that man a steak after the game. He certainly deserves one. Here in the second half, this Tiger squad has really fought.
I wonder if Outback's open this late, Jason Ray. Me and you, we'll go buy him a big old porterhouse.
Listen, for the performance tonight, you name it, we'll get it for you.
That's right.
Minute 26 to play here in the fourth. Jennings pushes off the left side, able to hang on to the football. Again, Woodrow has 1 more timeout. Tigers also with the timeout if they need it. Jennings will lose 4 yards on the play. Second down and 14 now.
Hey, but the win on that play right there, he holds on to the ball, and the clock is still moving until now.
Yeah, Woodrow will take its final timeout with 1:02 to play. Minute 2. Last 62 seconds here. And so Princeton hoping to run the clock out, get out of here with a win. Go home and call it a night. This was a highly anticipated game. A lot of folks are talking about this one. The Tigers can hold on for the win here. Just ball security.
Keep 2 hands on the football.
Jennings finds a hole. Jennings racing to the 10. Jennings pulling the pile to the 5. It's still going, and Princeton fans erupt. They love his work ethic tonight. Not to be denied is Daniel Jennings.
Just even with all those Beckley white jerseys on him, keeps those legs moving. That's a first down for the Tigers, and my friends, Coach Taylor is signaling for the victory formation. What a win for this Princeton football program.
It's a 20-yard gain for Daniel Jennings. First and goal from the 5. Tigers expect to just kneel this thing out as Chance Barker takes a knee. Woodrow's out of timeout. That's going to do it. Hats off to Woodrow, though. Gave us everything we wanted tonight here at Hunnicutt. And Woodrow will suffer their second defeat of the season. Tigers improved to 7-0 on the year. You see the Tigers coming over to celebrate with one another. And really found out what they're made of. I got to say hi to Lowe and Mosser watching at home tonight. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you next week. But you got to be proud of your teammates who came out and fought, and they got the win for you. We're going to step away and take a break. When we return, we'll wrap it up here from Hunnicutt Stadium as Princeton earns the win at home against a very good Woodrow team. 14-7 your final score. You're watching Tiger TV, and it's from JR1-Sports. As we welcome Coach Taylor into the post-game show. Brother, are you tired yet?
I am not. I didn't do it. I stopped my pacing at the beginning of the game, so I was able to save a little energy. Before we get to talking, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because, without him, we're nothing. And I'm just so thankful that I get the opportunity to come out here and, and be with these young men and this community and feel this atmosphere. God is present in our community, and I'm just so thankful for him.
Yeah, definitely. You could feel his presence here around the school. And, Coach, coming into this game, it was going to be a challenge. Your guys absolutely fought tooth and nail tonight. A very big Woodrow front, a very talented Woodrow team. Had one loss coming into this game to a 4A opponent in Parkersburg South. Your guys in the second half handled the trenches. Talk about the effort up front in Daniel Jennings.
Hats off to those offensive defensive linemen. We challenged them. We told them, those guys are hungry to put on a great performance. We throw the ball a lot. We get the ball on the, on the edge. But tonight, and I've told them since the beginning, when we were down there, all this festivities, all these interviews, but I told them that this is the most proud I've ever been of a Princeton high school football team that I've been part of being a head coach of, because, they faced adversity. And when you face adversity and you win games like this is what matters. This is what makes, young kids into young men, and builds them up. But, I was so impressed. Our offensive line, they were hungry. We told them, Coach Belcher was, like I always say, he's the greatest offensive coordinator around this area, if not in high school football, I think. But he was trying to figure out what to do because two of his top weapons are gone. And when you try to build something around that, even if you got 2 weeks, it's just different because you're not in that same kind of rhythm. So I thought we were trying to find our footing. It didn't help. We got the ball at the inch line coming out in our first drive in. Woodrow held the ball the entire game. But we knew in the second half, we challenged our guys. We said, we're going to run the football right at him. We're going to give Daniel Jennings the rock. That kid can tote the rock 25 times. He can play defensive end. He can play linebacker. He can play receiver. There's a reason why that kid is committed to Penn State. It's no joke. That guy is the real deal.
He's legit.
And whatever you do, with that young man, he is going to excel at it. Except, he wasn't real good in the volleyball game today. So, I hope he's not trying to get recruited to go play volleyball anywhere. But, just hats off to that guy because he grinded. And it wasn't like we opened big holes a lot of times, but a lot of times he's just carrying 5 or 6 guys down the field. And, that's hats off to him working. He's running stadium steps after practice. He's working on the jug machine. He's doing everything you ask a leader to do. And, when your best players are those kind of leaders, these are the kind of outcomes you get, and that's the kind of kid that you want on your football team.
Yeah, you can see his leadership really coming through there in the third quarter this evening. How about the Tiger defense? Not 1, not 2, 3 interceptions on the evening. You got a Marvion Howard with 2. You got R.J. Coatney, a kid who is really coming on strong. The young sophomore had a great game this evening. Talk about your defense.
Yeah, and that's hats off to Coach McClanahan, Coach Jones, Coach Malik. Those guys, they pretty much take defense. I've had to take over and, fill the shoes, which are impossible for, Dave Campbell, if he's listening. Shout out to him. I'm sure he's excited, that I was out there. I actually handled myself pretty well tonight, so he's proud of me. But those guys have taken over, and done a great job with their defense. Listen, we gave up those 7 points early, but what kind of defense gets the ball down to the inch line with first down and goal to go and doesn't give up points?
That's right.
That is the sign of a good defense. That's a sign of a defense that's hungry. That's a sign of a defense that trusts, and they're bend, don't break, and we're going to get after it. We're going to stay, down and get dirty. And that's what we're going to need to get to where we need to go. I thought they had a great game plan. They were gashing us a little bit, but here's the deal. Woodrow's a good football team.
Yep.
They're going to get their rushing yards, but when it really mattered, our guys stepped up. The proudest I've been of Marvion, he gives up a touchdown, in man coverage. It comes back for a hold, and then all of a sudden he turns around and gets an interception. That is a sign of a kid that is ready for the next play. He's not harping on the negatives. He's not down upon himself. He ended up having the game of his life because he trusted in himself and he trusted in his teammates. Couldn't be more proud. RJ's been a kid that we've been ready to get going since he was a freshman. It takes him a little time to get ready. We've been watching him on JV games. He's been completely destroying people. When we get a 28-point lead, he goes to the locker room. And we just got a really good football team. And I think RJ gets a lot of carries for a lot of football teams, possibly a starting running back.
Yes.
We have so much depth at that position, but here's what we have to do to get to where we need to go, and that's something that Princeton people, including myself, have to get used to. We're not, the cover's not there when people aren't here. Obviously, we showed that tonight. We have to, develop our kids, which we're doing a lot better job of, and that was a shame on me last year for not doing that. But now we're starting to develop those guys. Coach Witt, Coach Muse, those guys, and Coach Malik, they're getting those guys ready at the JV level. So as soon as something happens, it's next man up mentality, and that's what you saw tonight. Couldn't be more proud of the Princeton Tigers this evening.
Yeah, no doubt. Great win, great game, and of course next week we got the whole gang back together.
Right.
I know we're going to be excited.
That's
we're going
right.
to go into a hostile environment in Coal City, and Coach Lilly's going to bring it. We're excited about that one next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Lilly's done an incredible job at Independence. They're a premier team. And we know that it's going to be a big point game. We know it's going to be a hostile environment. But to be honest with you, that's my kind of game. I love going on the road. I love going to places I've never played a game at. I love going in there and just feeling different environments. And our crowd's going to come and it's going to be loud. And it's going to be another time to test of adversity. And that's what it takes to get to where you want to go. We want to end up in Charleston. We want to finish the business. Unfinished business is what we've had. That's been our motto since the beginning of the year. It starts with team is greater than me. We still have a job to do. We still got to get after it. We'll enjoy this for about 38 seconds once we get down there. And then we'll get on the film and see if we can get ready for John Lilly and the Patriots.
Yes, sir. Coach, we're real proud of you. Proud of your coaching staff. Proud of your support staff. Proud of your team. just a great team effort tonight. Looking forward to next week and hopefully going 8-0 with the Princeton Tigers.
That's what we hope. Hey, you guys keep doing an incredible job. I love going home. I watch it on Huddle, and then I watch you guys. So, can't wait to get home and relive it.
Coach, appreciate you, man.
Proud
of you, man. Love you, brother.
Love you all.
Yes, sir. Coach Taylor with the win tonight. As we get ready to wrap things up, I don't think Daniel's going to find us this evening. He's still down. Looks like he's probably a few shades away from another autograph here. But rightfully so. He gets the 2 touchdowns in the third quarter tonight. One was a jailbreak screen, went for 42 yards. The other was a rushing touchdown for 47 yards out, or vice versa. Either way, he puts 2 on the board, and the Tigers get the win. Just a great night for Princeton football.
Yeah, man. I said it earlier. I made a Facebook post about it. Never been more proud of a Princeton high school football team than I am tonight. Again, with the adversity, that we've dealt with the last couple of weeks, and I think these kids really responded in a very big way against a very good quality opponent, 4A opponent in the Beckley Flying Eagles. Without your two best players, I know we keep going back to that, but that's really been the theme the last couple of weeks, and these guys responded. Never been more proud to be a Princeton Tiger in my life.
No doubt about it. I want to thank our support staff this evening, our cameraman Mike Evans, our on-site producer April Evans. For Seth Angell, I'm Jason Reed. Follow the JR1-Sports Facebook page. We'll let you know the details of streaming next Friday's game on the road at Independence. Tigers get it done by a touchdown here against Woodrow Wilson, 14-7. This is Tiger TV. It's a presentation of JR1-Sports. Have a great night, and go Tigers!